Well, good morning, good day, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Happy Machine Pools Working Group call on Tuesday, the 28th of October, 2025. Just a reminder that we abide by the CNCF Code of Conduct. This boils down to just being nice to each other. Normally, we use the raise hand feature when we want to talk. So as there's only a small number of us, you're still welcome to do that, but also feel free just to unmute yourself and talk. If a large influx of people do join, then we can go back to raising hands. If you could add your name to the list of attendees in the document, I will also share the document link in the Win chat, just in case anyone doesn't have it. Doing that now. And also, if you could add in any items that you would like to talk about to the agenda. I'll give 30 seconds for people to do that, and then we can proceed. Cool. Well, let's start up. Sorry, dog just trying to get in. So we normally started the agenda by welcoming new attendees. So if there is anyone new, I'm just looking at the list. I don't think there is, but if there is anyone new that would like to unmute and just say hello, feel free to do so now. Cool. So then moving on to the rest of the agenda items. So the first two are for me. So the contract doc will be finished on Friday this week. It's basically finished. The only thing that is still left to do, I should say, is just to update the links within the document. I've been a bit time poor in the last couple of weeks. I haven't managed to get the links updated, but I will do that this week for sure. Feel free to start reviewing with the provisos that the links are incorrect currently. I will also put a link into this document now, otherwise I will forget. So let me just do that. Cool. Alrighty. So the next item I thought I'd put on there is, especially because I guess there's been a light attendance, or not a lot to talk about in a couple of the meetings. Just raising the idea of does the weekly cadence make sense still, or do we want to move it to bi-weekly or every 2 weeks, like we do with some of the providers? More of an open question. So if anyone has any views on that, feel free to jump in.
I'll be fine with bi-weekly, every second week.
Yeah.
I think today is quite good because it's the day before the KPI full office hours. So if we discuss something today that we want to do tomorrow in the full office hours, that makes sense. So probably you skip the other every second week instead.
So
and regarding time, since we just switched the daylight saving, not sure if people are still fine with that. I'm okay with the time.
So on the daylight savings, so it should rectify itself. I don't know when UK changes. It's this weekend.
Okay,
So
thumbs up. Seems people are fine.
Yeah, it's a weird old thing where the different continents change a few weeks apart. All the meetings get out of sync. Keep the date and time. Yeah. Okay. I will also put it into the channel as well. Let me take that as an action item to give people that aren't on this call the opportunity to say yay or nay on it. Cool. Very enough said on that one. Andreas, over to you.
Yeah, so there was this chat thread about all the open issues and PRs and such I looked at this morning, and then I figured, yeah, there's not much I can do really. I can comment, I can review, and I cannot really approve something because I don't have a role in the copy project. But I do have quite a few contributions regarding machine pools, especially. So I think it probably might make sense for me to apply to become a reviewer, and maybe the maintainers think it makes sense to have reviewers for a certain part of Capi because cannot kind of know it all. And machine pool is a special topic where they actually requested reviewers and maintainers. I'm just wondering if there are more people interested. So Richard, I know you're already a reviewer. That's perfect. And probably there are some more people in the working group who might have enough contributions to apply. Then we can probably discuss that in tomorrow's office hours. Otherwise, if I do have time tomorrow, I will try to mention it, at least for myself.
Yeah, I think that was the stated goal of Fabrizio and Stefan, is that we get enough people via this mechanism to become reviewers and essentially maintain that section of the code. I think they understand that short term there will be a burden on them to do reviews or final reviews while we make changes in this area. But I think as soon as a number of people proves commitment to it, they will make those changes quite readily. And probably Andreas, you probably, you say you can make the case for that to happen already for you. So yeah, I think that's a great idea.
And I just looked in the owner aliases file. So there are already groups in there for certain parts of the code, such as kubeadm or cluster control. For some of them, there are specific people defined who are not generally maintainers or reviewers for the whole code. So I think that might make sense. We have something similar, I think, for Kappa, right? For the Rosa part, just
Yep.
as an example. So as the project grows, I guess that yeah, we should do it like this.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, that'd be great. If you can bring that up. So that's a very light agenda. So that's the end of the agenda. Any last minute topics anyone would like to raise or discuss?
Uh, Hi, this is Shubhashish. I was looking to learn what's the minimum number of contribution or type of contribution one can produce in the past to be considered as a new reviewer in this sort of work stream.
Yes, so Capi in general follows essentially the Kubernetes contributor ladder. So if you go to contributing, there should be some, if it's not there, there should be in here. So they normally talk about, becoming a reviewer, becoming a maintainer, admin, and things like that. And they normally set the expectations of what that means. It might not be in here.
I think it's somewhere, but I don't think it mentions a number. It also depends, like if there's just small things like typo fixes in the documentation, that of course
Yeah,
wouldn't
here
count.
it is.
But if people get the general feeling that you do have the expertise in a certain area, like I said, usually should be enough.
So it's mentioned. So all the projects from the Kubernetes or follow the community membership guidelines. So they have these defined roles. So Kappa and some providers don't strictly follow these, in the sense, as Andreas says, if you're showing commitment, but you don't necessarily meet the bar for reviewer, which, I don't know, let's go down here, 5 PRs, etc., things like that. I think the main thing is you've showed consistent contribution. Doesn't necessarily have to meet this exact requirements, but some providers do it differently or have a slightly less strict view of it. And I'm sure as long as current maintainers of Capi see contributions in the machine pools area consistently, not just one, for example, then they would happily consider things. Does that answer your question?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Richard. Thanks, Andreas.
Cool. Good question. Alrighty. I will follow up in the channel with a quick message about whether we're going to move this to bi-weekly, and if it is moved to bi-weekly, see you in 2 weeks. If not, see you in a week's time. Thanks for everyone joining. Oh, is that all?
Bye-bye.
Have you got one last question there? No. Cool. Bye, everyone.
Oh, sorry, Richard, I was speaking on mute. If I may ask one question, if that's
Yeah.
okay. Sure. So I know we are meeting on this weekly call and progressing. So what are the residual things pending to reach to the end goal?
There's quite a lot, to be honest.
Okay.
Let me go back in the doc. Here we go. So there is another Google, there is another doc as well, where someone has started to, I guess, try and wrangle this into a better list. But the main thing is where that list originated is from this one issue here, graduate machine pools from experimental to stable. And then there's a sub issue to this, which is the V1 beta 2 changes. We might not be able to make as much progress on these ones, the V1 beta 2 one, because the API version bump has already happened. So we might have to wait for V1 beta 3 for some of these. But on the original graduate machine pools from experimental, these are the main things. So you can see there's still a lot of things that are open still or not ticked off, as an example. So one that we were just discussing, to graduate, we need maintainers. We currently don't have anyone, so I guess that's the purpose of this this group, is to make that happen. There's some bugs here that we need to fix, and then there's some more like documentation things. Where are we? And there should be some other documentation things in here, like the contract stuff and just the general update in the documentation. So I guess this is the list of things at the moment. Although I think someone did start a document. Want to use MachinePools? There you go. Go in your doc. So this, you can see, this is basically just taken from those PRs. So these are the things. So basically, a lot of the work is still to be done.
Got it. So in order to anyone pick up any of their, interest of their choice or based on their prior exhibited experiences in their assignments, one can announce, notify other members and start contributing. Is that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you could probably the best way to do that is two things. Mention on this issue here that you want to say, pick up something that you like. If there's already an existing issue, let's say this one here, let's say you wanted to do this one, obviously also just comment or assign yourself to it, so people can see that there is someone assigned to it, and then it's probably also worth just putting it into our channel as well. Say, hey, I'm going to work on this thing. So guess over communicating in that respect.
Sure. And once I tag a DL or a specific member, the underlying workflow will trigger, and the other members will start conversing and commenting on that comments or the PR thread.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes if you've got a PR up as well, it's probably good again to announce that either in this call or in the Slack channel, so that people are aware of it, because they might not be monitoring the CAPI PR queue.
Got it. I remember, Richard, in the first call when we chalked out the agenda, taking everyone's advice. So I was coming up with in our assignments in the past also we do. We've been using MachinePool. So I was coming up with can I share some sort of user stories, what problems I face. So I was working with the documents, but is there any, existing ticket or link where this sort of real world example use cases of MachinePool can be, categorized under?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I guess there's a few areas. So obviously, yeah, you got the documentation part, haven't you? Which there was a PR for that as well, wasn't there? But that's, yeah, I don't think I don't think there's use cases as such, but we can add that. I'll start a new document, because at the moment, if you go to, let's just go here. So you can see where's MachinePools. So here, MachinePools. This is all we've got at the moment. There's nothing stopping us creating a subpage, for example, of use cases. If you think that would be beneficial.
Sure, absolutely. I have been working on, but then I was looking in what subcategory my contents will be seamlessly fitting, so that it will be helpful to the community. Of course, that has to go through the review cycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, but yeah, if you think it's a benefit to people, and especially if you have knowledge in that area, then yeah, go for it. Contribute here.
Sure. And the other link that you were explaining a few minutes ago, there, if I am more comfortable or have prior experience in coding, then I can pick up relevant such PRs or comments, and I can start commenting to get a traction. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And before I start creating a PR, I think I have to get some sort of blessing or vetting from the other members who were possibly proctoring such branches. And only after I get a green signal or go ahead from them, I start contributing, or if I'm comfortable, I just create a PR.
I think, I don't think you need anyone's blessing.
Okay.
So I think the main thing is just to make sure that no one has started work on that thing already. So
I see.
Like I say, if there's no one assigned to this issue, for example, if you go in there,
I have to read that thread.
Yeah, it's not assigned to anyone. So, that's a good signal. Then just read down, has anyone said that they're going to work on it? Maybe have a look maybe put a message in the channel to say, hey, I'm going to start working on this. And if no one has any issues with that, because they've started already, then just go for it. Then you can just, in this case, you would just do assign.
Got it.
And you can start work.
My GitHub account. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I think the main thing is I guess we want to coordinate as a group, but there's no, you don't have to ask permission to do something.
Sure. But then the super admin, I am assuming you and Matt, right?
No, we decided to try and, I guess, get this thing started. Because that doesn't confer any seniority or anything. Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't. Like me and Matt have been around CAPI for a long time, like 4 or 5 years. So we have a lot of knowledge, but that doesn't necessarily make us the owners of this.
Sure, fair enough. Thanks so much, Richard. That was very good, informative information. I'll go through it.
Okay. And feel free to reach out on Slack if you have any questions or you just want some advice. More than happy to do that.
Sure. And Richard, the earlier, I mean, I should not say problem, but then somehow I am just not able to, I mean, join the SIG group with my other alternate email ID. I followed up with you over email.
Yeah.
I mean, I can again rekindle that thread, but then every time I'm clicking on that SIG group, it is bouncing back to the account or the email ID which I'm using right now to join this. Yeah, I was using that Lifecycle mailing list.
Yeah. Is that because do you have to make sure that you've got the two accounts listed here? So add account first, and then make sure you switch your accounts or joining, maybe.
Okay, I'll try all the aspects and I'll share accordingly. Watch out if you may, my email.
Yeah,
you can come up all your sure.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone for joining in, and speak to you soon. Thanks all.